In the world of professional football, one thing that is demanded from every player is consistency. Coaches, club staff, and especially fans want to see the players in top form at all times. However, it's easier said than done. Even the best players go through rough patches in their careers. Let's take a look at some of the players this season who have dipped in performance compared to last season. Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. Remember this name? I bet you do. It's kind of hard to forget a name that gave commentators nightmares trying to pronounce it correctly all last season. Kvaratskhelia debut season at Napoli last year was nothing short of electric. He exploded onto the Serie A scene with a remarkable 12 goals and 10 assists, showcasing his dazzling dribbling and exceptional playmaking. Through his efforts in helping Napoli win their first league title since Maradona did in 1990, Khvicha managed to win Serie A Player of the Season. However, this season hasn't been the same for both Napoli and Kvaratskhelia. He hasn't captured and delivered the same magic from last season. While he remains a regular starter and contributes to the team's overall play, his attacking output hasn't matched that of his stellar debut campaign. At the time of recording, he's netted 10 goals and 5 assists with 7 games left to go in the season. These numbers are still respectable, but considering that Napoli currently find themselves in 7th, a position that would have them missing out on European football next season, it seems like the dip of performance from Khvicha and his strike partner Victor Osimhen are partially to blame. Napoli is also adjusting to life without Luciano Spalletti, which also explains why Kvaratskhelia isn't producing the same. He's still young, so I'm sure he'll bounce back and show us that magic once again. Rafael Leão. Sticking in the Serie A, AC Milan's star attacker, Rafael Leão, has been statistically underwhelming compared to his previous 2 seasons. Having won the Serie A Player of the Season in 2021-22, leading AC Milan to the Scudetto with 11 goals and 10 assists, Leão carried that form to the 22-23 season and ended with 15 goals and 8 assists. This season is a different story, however. Leão currently has 6 goals and 8 assists, showing a decline in goal scoring. There could be some reason for this sudden change in the form of the Portuguese. The most probable is that opposing teams have figured out how Milan wants to use Leão and have developed strategies to counter his strengths. Leão's blistering change of pace and dazzling dribbling were a nightmare for defenders last season, but analysing his recent performances, it seems like the opponents are implementing double teams or specific marking schemes to limit his effectiveness. Having signed a contract extension until 2028, the Rossoneri hope he can find his stellar goal scoring form again in hopes of winning more titles. Marcus Rashford. Moving on to the Premier League, Manchester United has had their fair share of struggles in recent years. However, among their struggles, Marcus Rashford has been one of the few consistent players at the club in recent years. Last season, Marcus scored a career-high 30 goals and had 9 assists in all competitions. This season has been the exact opposite, with Marcus only scoring 8 goals and 5 assists in 38 games in all competitions. United find themselves outside of the top 4, and many would argue that Rashford's decline is part of the reason. Fans and critics are not holding back on his decline in performance. Many have questioned his work rate and desire to play and win games for the club. A far cry from the energetic and determined Rashford we saw last season. Considering he's among the top earners at the club, fans have a reason in demanding more from their talented forward. Should his current form continue, United may even consider selling the English forward, as there have been rumours of clubs interested in signing him this summer. Will United stick with Rashford? Only time will tell. Antony. Sticking with Manchester United, we now move on to Antony. Signed from Ajax for a hefty price tag of £86 million, Antony's performances since signing for the club have been underwhelming to say the least. Erik ten Hag brought him in, hoping that he would deliver the same results as when he coached him at Ajax, demonstrating offensive brilliance in terms of dribbling and creating chances. But let's just say he hasn't adjusted to the Premier League, and his stats show it. This season in the Premier League, Antony's offensive production includes 1. Yes, just 1 assist. Some fans and critics say he doesn't have enough chemistry with his teammates, leading to poor decision-making in the attacking third. At the moment, he finds himself being more of a rotation player behind the likes of Alejandro Garnacho, whose form has been far superior this season. While Ten Hag hasn't yet lost his confidence in Antony, the pressure is increasing for the Brazilian international to turn it around and live up to the expectations of an expensive price tag. Miguel Almiron. Newcastle had an outstanding Premier League campaign last season, finishing in 4th and qualifying for the Champions League. Paraguayan international Miguel Almiron was one of the club's top players, contributing offensively with 11 goals and 2 assists in 34 games played in the Premier League. Almiron, known for his relentless drive and energy, was a perfect player for Eddie Howe, helping in both defence and attack. This season, Miguel has only scored 3 goals in the Premier League. Yes, goals aren't everything, especially for a box-to-box winger, but let's take a look at some other stats. Almiron ended last season with 1,300 touches on the ball, with 760 of them being in the attacking third. So far this season, he has 982 touches, with 457 being in the attacking third. Let's add the fact that his shot creation actions per 90, which include passes and take-ons leading to a shot, has decreased from 3.14 to 2.43. It explains the reason for the decline. He just isn't being used the same as last season, and his effectiveness has decreased. And his recent injury sidelining him for at least a month doesn't help his case either. Overall, it has been a season to forget for the Paraguayan, but knowing his attitude, he's surely working on turning it around next season. What other players do you think have underperformed this season? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.